What the fuck? Anyways, it's time for an NTHC story, which really isn't a sea story, but since I was in the Navy, it is a sea story, but it's true. And I wish I could remember the names of a lot of these guys. This is probably going to be a two-parter. But when I was a Navy police officer down in the Panama Canal, a ship pulled in, which was not uncommon. I want to say it was the USS John Rogers, but as much as I have researched, I can't figure out which Spruance class destroyer it was. It was in late 1988 or early 89. So if any of you guys were on a Spruance class destroyer and you remember this story, please tell me what frickin' ship it was. And now, the first thing I need to tell you is I had already served one tour on my first ship, and Keith Ricchetti and numerous other guys that I've been in contact with that know me and remember the first ship, we did all kinds of crazy ass shit. So I always had that backloaded in my brain. You know, we're young kids, we're in the Navy, we're out seeing the world. Damn Skippy, we're going to have a fun time. But I want to get down to the river here because being near water helps stir my memories and remembrances of times past. So I go from my first ship, I go down to Panama, they send me up to New Jersey, Toms River, Lakehurst, New Jersey Naval Station, whatever the fuck it was called. And I get trained how to be a police officer by the New Jersey State Patrol. Alright, all cool. They teach us how to shoot. Yeah, duh. They teach us how to drive cars, emergency vehicles, stuff like that. What the fuck is going on here? But you know what they didn't teach us? They didn't teach us how to be a law enforcement dude on a boat, on a ship, on a boat. Not a ship, on a boat. They didn't teach us that shit. So we had no training in how to react on a boat. Well, I tell you, it just so happens that here I was in 88, 89. I'm the watch commander, and I've got civilians working for me and junior enlisted guys working for me. And we get a ship that pulls in, and then all of a sudden we get a call from the ship. I was out on patrol, that they've got swimmers in the water. Swimmers in the water. Now this is the same time Noriega's doing some really weird shit, trying to get the Americans to overstep our boundaries and overreact and cause a reason for them to justify Noriega declaring war on the United States. I think we're going to go up on top of that. So I get this call, and by then we're all wearing fucking flak jackets. And they weren't Vietnam War era flak jackets. They were the late 80s, early 90s flak jackets that were heavier than shit. And well, I didn't expect you to look. No, I'm going that way. Asshole. How the fuck they get this whole thing? Well, there's an opening. Why do you have it all chained off? So anyway, I get this call, and I'd already had a discussion with this type of scenario with my boss, Chief MacArthur. I wish I could find that dude. He taught me a lot. But so I get this call. We got swimmers in the water next to a U.S. Navy ship, Spruance class destroyer. So I roger up and say, I'm en route. And I told the dispatch, get a hold of Chief Mac and tell him to come up on his radio, because he always carried a portable. And he wouldn't turn it on unless something was going on or he got a call. Or if he just wanted to listen in to see what the fuck we were doing. And I was like 20 miles away from here. Motherfucker, they got it blocked off. So all of a sudden, Chief Mac comes up on the net as I'm responding, and he said, "What's your intentions? Or what do you need?" And I said, "I want Harbor Ops to get a guy down here with a boat." And he says, "Why don't you want SBU 26, which is a special boat unit?" And I said, "We've already discussed bringing in SBU 26. Because these guys were like asshats. They were always doing stupid shit. They thought they were in Vietnam. And quite honestly, they were not law enforcement. They don't have jurisdiction to do such things. And I said, besides, these are probably 2 U.S. Navy sailors, and they got drunk and yada yada yada. I don't want a hot hand going out there with a hot gun and killing a U.S. Navy sailor, which is something I had brought up to him before, because I think Chief Mac only served on 1 aircraft carrier, and I had always served on, well, my first ship was a small ship. So I had a real good clue about what was probably going on. So he said, "Roger that," and got a hold of Harbor Ops. And I get down to Harbor Ops, and one of my brother police officers showed up, my backup. And he was a kid. I think he was like 17 or 18. This is a good spot here.